Ani, Bojo, Badasage Nadisnakas, Neashing Ninaming Donjaba, Moose Dodam. Hello, my name is Badasage Elliott, and I'm the Special Events Coordinator for the Indigenous Services of Georgian College, Barrie Campus, and I would like to welcome you to National Indigenous Peoples Day. Once again, we are all at home. As you can see, I'm in my backyard as we get ready to celebrate this national holiday at home. It's been a very tough year for sure, but there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. And we thought that this would be an excellent opportunity to call upon our friends, our colleagues, as well as community influencers, people that are well known within our community, and we asked them to submit a video asking them what Indigenous Peoples Day meant to them. And we got a really great response. I'm very excited to present this video to you. So thank you, Miigwech. Have yourself a wonderful, fantastic day. I'm so excited to bring this video to you. We got a lot of great people, some excellent surprises. We have some performances from the powwow at home that took place back in the spring, and it's going to be a great show. So I hope you enjoy it. I had a great time organizing it and getting everyone together, and I hope you enjoy it. Miigwech, and happy National Indigenous Peoples Day. First up, we have our visiting elder. Also hailing from the land of the handsome, Neashingninaming, also known as Cape Croker, we have Miss Ernestine Baldwin. Take it away, Miss Baldwin.
Indigenous Day to me is a day to celebrate our Anishinaabe people. Anishinaabe means the good people. It's a day to remember and thank our ancestors for the teachings they left behind, the teachings of Minogmatsu and how to live life in a good way, and also the teaching of gratitude, Miigwech, giving thanks for everything, every day. So I'd like to wish everybody happy Indigenous Day. Miigwech.
Ani, bonjour. Gima, Ted Williams, Dijnakas, Rama Manjikning, Donjaba. Gigo, Dodem. Ani, everyone. My name is Ted Williams, Chief Chippewas of Rama. I am Fish Clan, and it's my pleasure to bring you greetings on National Indigenous Peoples Day. Indigenous Peoples Day is not just for Indigenous people, although it was set up for Indigenous people. Canada is made up of a wide variety of cultures that encompass most nations that have come to this country to live a good life, to make a contribution to this great country and to the world. It was prophesied many, many years ago that this area would be the gathering of nations. And this area in which Georgian College and the Chippewas of Rama and our sister communities, Beausoleil and Georgina, reside in, it has become a welcoming for all nations in the world gathering here in this particular territory. And so when we talk about why is it important, it's important because this whole country that we call Canada was built on the land of the Indigenous people. And the Indigenous people welcome, as they do and continue to do today, all nations to come, to live, to prosper, and to contribute to the vibrant of this economy and our country, to live in peace and to live a good life. That's why I think all peoples should enjoy National Indigenous Peoples Day. We welcome you. My hope for the future is that as Indigenous people, we grow and we become all that we can be, that we utilize the DNA that we have, that our ancestors left us. They were very resilient, they were courageous, they were brave, they were humble. I want you to go out there to make your contribution in a good way, to welcome all, and become everything that you're destined to become. Miigwech.
Steve Clark, Mayor of the Sunshine City here. And my hope for this and future generations is we all understand the wonderful gravity of Indigenous Peoples Day. Further, I hope that we take the time to learn more of our wonderful Indigenous history that goes back thousands of years. And I hope our leaders find meaningful ways of educating all of us as to the true impact of colonialism. We need to tell an accurate story, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And further, I hope we all embrace each other. Miigwech, thank you, merci.
Makwa do dem, we was gonna don't juba ahau. Mampi Springwater Park, Nunga. I like to say Jimmy got to Georgian College for putting on a powwow this year. It's a little different this year. And I get to actually get to dance outside, so I really look forward to this. Ahau, men's traditional dance.
Anin Bojo, Sherry Lawson, Adijnakas, Nin Manjiknikwa, Mongdo Dem. I greet you in the traditional language of my grandfathers, which is Ojibwe. I am the daughter of an Algonquian mother and a Chippewa father, and so that you will know where to place me in creation because of that. Well, it was good that they started it so long ago. I'm not really sure what the reason was. Might have been the Royal Commission Aboriginal people maybe that had the federal government say, let's do this. And, you know, were my parents and grandparents here, they'd say it's about damn time. We need to be recognized and honored as Indigenous people. There's so much we've contributed to this country long before it was a country. My uncle was fond of saying we had a very lax immigration system 150 years ago, but our job was always to welcome everyone who came, gave them the best bed. If they were sick, we helped them, we fed them, we showed them where the trails were, how to get from here to there, and we're still doing that, but in different ways. So it's important for Canadians to recognize Indigenous people, but I think the problem with holidays is people get used to it being a holiday. May 24th is, well, everybody calls it May 24, because that's when they go out and buy their case of beer. But really, the kids don't even know that we're supposed to be recognizing Queen Victoria, our dead queen from quite a while ago. So if Queen Vic can have a holiday, we certainly should have one. There used to be all kinds of powwows and all kinds of fancy things on those days when it was early for Indigenous Day on June 21st. But and there was even a time when some of the city councils nearby would invite the chief in to kind of bring greetings at their mayor and council meeting in the month of June. And now we've sort of recognized that June is all about Indigenous people. The entire month, you're supposed to give some thought to it. But my grandmother told me many, many times, my beloved Nokomis said, never pass up an opportunity to teach. Never. Doesn't matter how small it is. Because if they learn that, if they integrate it, if they pass it on to other people, you have now created new teachers out there. June 21st is also a change in the seasons for us, of course. It's the first day of summer. So it's a good time for people to gather as well and celebrate who we are. But I just hope that as time goes on, we don't lose what June 21st is supposed to mean to this country.
Hello, I am Lance Triscoll. I am a faculty member at the Aurelia campus in the Community Safety Programs. I am also a member of Lake Helen First Nation and a member of the Otter Clan. I received this gift from Aboriginal Legal Services. It states, wisdom, or Naba Kawin. The teaching states that to cherish knowledge is to know wisdom. Indigenous Peoples Day is important for all Canadians because we are a mosaic of beliefs. Education requires us to listen to one another. Education is the path to knowledge. And education requires us to look to the past, look at the present, and look to the future.
Middle Gupawasakwe, Obijikokeng and Dodem, Atik and Dodem. I'm a proud Anishinaabe Kwe from Treaty 3 territory, and I'm also a proud Georgian College graduate. I hope that people will take the opportunity today to celebrate our music, our culture, our artwork, our beadwork, all those good things that make us us. I also hope that people will take the time to think about where we have been, where we are now, and where we want to go for the next 7 generations. Chimigwech to Georgian College for this opportunity, and Chimigwech to Badaske Elliott for allowing me to share on this day. Chimigwech.
Ani everyone, my name is Evan Red Sky, and I'm here today to play a song for you. Quickly about myself, I'm from the Mississauga First Nation, I'm a singer-songwriter currently living in Toronto. I want to say Chimigwech to Georgian for having me here today, and the song I'm going to play for everyone is called No Man's Land. It's a song that I wrote a couple of years ago, released a couple of years ago now, but I think is now more relevant than it ever has been. It's about our strength as people, it's about unity, and tells a story of colonization up until the current times. So I just want to thank everyone for listening, and thank you again for having me. It's called No Man's Land. The seasons went just as they came. The sun rose and it fell the same. I was a kid back then, my soul on trial. In front of their God, no home for miles. When the Holy War rode into town, there was no looking back, only looking down. Before the big house they built upon this land, before they called us Canadian, this is no man's land. It belonged to us and belonged to them. This is no man's land. From the prairie fires to the river's bend, my father died in that trial by fire. Water, they gave him a funeral pyre. The man he was just behind those eyes, shrouded beneath a single thing upon this earth. For the same reason the seasons change, the same reason the leaves turn again. This is no man's land. It belonged to us and belonged to them. This is no man's land. From the prairie fires to the river's bend, this is no man's land. From Oka to Parliament, this is no man's land. From the ancient ships to suburban vans, this is no man's land. From Mexico to Washington, this is no man's land. From the Gaza Strip to the oil sands, this is no man's land. It belonged to us and belonged to them. This is no man's land. Chimigwech, everyone. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. My name is Evan Red Sky, and thank you again to Georgian, and thank everyone for listening. Chimigwech.
Ani Bojo, Sakajuea Penesikwa Dishnikaza, Genabashin Donjaba, Gigo Dudam. My name is Jermaine Trudeau Elliott, and I'm the Executive Director for Mamaway Widow Duckwin Indigenous Interprofessional Primary Care Team. I'm here to say Ani and celebrate Indigenous Day and to talk about why we celebrate Indigenous Day. It has, in our long history, been a day of ceremony. It's the longest day of the year, so we always gathered to offer those thanks and those offerings. And so I want to provide that today, to say that today. It's a great day to be Indigenous. Shimigwach.
Canada's National Indigenous Day, June 21st, 2021. My name is Shirley John, Georgian First Nation, and my Indian name is Strong White Buffalo Woman. Ani Bojo, Sego, my dear relatives, enjoy this beautiful day that has been given to us. Enjoy the drumming, the singing, the dancing with all nations and activities that are being planned in your territories. May you have to be filled with lots of joy and comfort in the days ahead to share knowledge and values and the cultural teachings that come with it. And may we all fly like eagles as we soar high and high. Oh, yachachaya, oh, yayo, oh, yachachaya, oh, yayo. May we all fly like eagles, flying so high, circling the universe on wings of pure light. Oh, yachachaya, oh, yayo, oh, yachachaya, oh, yayo. May we all fly like eagles, flying so high, circling the universe on wings of pure light. Thank you.
Ani, Sego, hello everyone. I am Emma Greenfield. Happy National Indigenous Peoples Day. This day means different things to different people. As the indigenization specialist at Georgian College, I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the importance of non-Indigenous people taking the time today and every day to learn about all of the important contributions that Indigenous people have made and continue to make. We simply would not have Canada without Indigenous people. Continue to learn from diverse Indigenous perspectives, honor their contributions and achievements, continue to learn about what reconciliation means from Indigenous people themselves, amplify their voices, and don't forget to celebrate. Have a wonderful and joyful day. Until next time.
I was on the Provincial Council on the Métis Nation of Ontario, I come from the Red River. I'm a Red River Métis. Come from a family of 10. Right now, after a family of 10, there's just the three of us left. An older brother, myself, and a younger sister. I've always tried to be active in the Métis Nations with especially the youth. I've always worked with the youth. So when they asked me to come up to Georgian and be an elder in the Indigenous Resource Center, I said, right on, I'll be there.
And what does the First Nations Peoples Day mean to you as a Métis?
Oh, I love working with the First Nation because, well, I'm half, we're Métis are European Indigenous, and a lot of us tend to travel closer to the Indigenous world than we do with the other world. So that's I fit right in here with the young people, young kids, students from Saugeen and Cape. So I have no problem with this, and I love working with them. They, a lot of times kids were not encouraged to go to higher education. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping that a lot of young people here don't look at this as just the end. I hope when they come in here and they get their degree from Georgian College, and that a lot of them will look at the university, or go on to university, because one thing Indigenous people need is we need lawyers, we need doctors, we need good business people, because that's what's coming in the future. And we especially need good lawyers. You know how we're always fighting with the government. And we need good lawyers.
Today I am dancing Woman's Traditional to Young King Bird. Miigwech Georgian College powwow. Ahau.
Anin Kinawea, Ogimakwe Benes Indishnakas, Minjikaning Minwa Mooster, Donjaba, Magizi Dodam. My name is Chief Ladybird, and I'm coming at you from the Mothership, which is my art studio in Rama. And I just wanted to say happy Indigenous Peoples Day to all of my kin across Turtle Island. I know it's been a super difficult year, and I'm sure it's gonna keep being a little bit difficult at times, but I just wanted to say that I'm celebrating all of you, and I want to remind you of the importance of Indigenous joy and love and the ways in which we have shown up for each other over the last year. I am sending out all of that warm, positive energy, and you know, I know that like the media and a lot of like just general worldview wants to focus on Indigenous pain and trauma, but we're so much more than that. We all know that our joy is like inherent. It just like exists like at our core. And I'm just so proud of the ways in which we are continuing to access that joy. I know that we're all missing powwow season. I know that we're all missing the fact that we could gather together before for Indigenous Peoples Day. And that was always like a very important part of the day, is like the gathering, the singing, the drumming, the art, seeing our youth and our young people like running around having fun. So it's definitely felt that we haven't been able to gather like that in a long time. But I'm just like so proud of how we've all continued to show up for each other and create digital spaces to continue doing the stuff that we love to do. Absolutely killing it. I'm so awkward when I do videos like this, but please know that like these feelings of like joy and love towards everyone are just like so genuine. And yeah, I hope you all enjoy your Indigenous Peoples Day and keep being so beautifully Indigenous all the time, and keep doing our best to keep people safe so that we can eventually hug all of our cousins and eat Indian tacos together and just get back to how it was. Okay, Bamapi.
Hello, Georgian College. I'm Meek. That's Les. It's my wife. We're the snakes. Yeah. it's with you. I don't care what they say about us. I still love you.
Ani, I'm Dr. MaryLynn West-Moynes, and I'm the proud president and CEO of Georgian College. It's an honor to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Governors, students, and employees from all 7 Georgian locations. As we celebrate National Indigenous Peoples Day, I'm mindful of the role Georgian has in creating safe and welcoming spaces for all to learn, engage, and indeed to thrive. We're on a journey to deepen our understanding, to seek truth and reconciliation, and by working with our Indigenous colleagues and elders to make Georgian a place where everyone feels they are seen, they are heard, and most importantly, that they know that they belong. We couldn't do it without the incredible folks on our Indigenous Studies and Services team, and the countless contributions we have from elders and members of the Anishinaabe Education and Training Circle. I'm so grateful for all they do for students and community, enriching our campuses with Indigenous knowledge, values, and authentic history.
Ani Bojo. My name is Pat Whittington. I'm from Midland, the traditional land of the Wendat and Anishinaabe people, and I'm a director at Georgian College, where I have the honor and pleasure of working with Greg and the Indigenous Services team. For Indigenous Peoples Day 2021, my hope for the future is that we all continue our personal and collective journeys toward a full sharing and understanding of the historic truth and the current impact of ongoing colonialism on all Indigenous peoples on Turtle Island, and that we work toward an authentic reconciliation with all First Nation, Métis, and Inuit people. Chi-miigwech to everyone who is committed to moving forward in a good way. Let's enjoy the celebrations today as we recognize both the work that has been done and the road that lies ahead. Chi-miigwech.
Anine Bojo, Michele O'Brien, Indigenous Cause. I'm the coordinator at Georgian College Indigenous Studies. I've had the pleasure over the years to be on a journey and a path with individuals that have come to the program to learn about the language and the culture and the traditions and the ceremonies, and for some to find their identity. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. For this day, it is to honor our ancestors and to honor those who will come in the next generation, to be able to stand and be proud to say, I am Indigenous.
Bonjour, Kinawea, Waubgeshig Rice, Makwat no dem, Wasaksing don Jaba. Hi everybody, I am Waubgeshig Rice. I'm a member of the Bear Clan of the Nishnabek of Wasaksing First Nation. I'm of Anishinaabe and Canadian descent, and I currently live in Sudbury, Ontario, also known as Swakemuk, which is the traditional territory of Atikameksheng and Anishinaabe. These lands are all under the Robinson-Huron Treaty of 1850. I am very honored and humbled to share some words to commemorate National Indigenous Peoples Day. I am a proud Anishinaabe person. I am a dad to 2 young boys, so celebrating this day and obviously being proud of being Anishinaabe every single day is really crucial for our family, because for a long time our people weren't allowed to feel pride about themselves, their culture, their language, their history, and so on. So I would like all Canadians to keep this in mind, especially this year when recent revelations about some of the truths and facts about the horrors this country is responsible are finally being taken seriously by Canadians at large. These are truths that Indigenous people right across the land have known, specifically about what happened at residential schools. And now that Canadians are taking note, hopefully future generations will take these truths seriously and ensure that they're never again repeated, and that our future generations will live in kindness, respect, and harmony with one another in the spirit of true relationship building here on the land. So that is my hope for future generations, and I'm always inspired by the young people I see nowadays who are doing important things in their communities to ensure that everybody is learning the truth and that they're building good friendships and relationships along the way. So I just say Chmigwesh to the young ones especially who are doing this work, and of course to all the older generations who have laid that groundwork for the young people and ensure that we still have these stories and this culture today to be proud of. So again, I am Waubgeshig Rice, very proud to be Anishinaabe and also proud to be Canadian, and I just want to say thank you for this opportunity to share on behalf of myself and my family here on National Indigenous Peoples Day, and hopefully a brighter future awaits all of us. So, Chmigwech.
Bonjour, Ani Kenawea. Hi everyone. Welcome to the National Indigenous People Day celebrations with Georgian College. My name is Sandy Pallister-Goujon, and I'm the Academic Program and Support Services Officer for Indigenous Studies and Services at Georgian. The question was posed, if I had the opportunity to ask my ancestors a question, what would that be? And I kind of pondered on that for a little while, and knowing and understanding that communal decisions historically would have been made by consensus and with the thought of 7 generations ahead. Sitting in a place of being the hope of 7 generations ago, my question would be, have I done enough? Have we done enough? And if not, please give us a sign. Let us know what it is we need to do. Thanks for coming out, everybody, and enjoying our celebration of Indigenous peoples across Canada. Take care. Bamapi.
I'm Greg. I work at the college. And today is June 21st. And so I've been thinking about what I wanted to say. And I keep coming back to it's a day to celebrate. It's a day to celebrate a lot of things. Celebrate our culture, celebrate who we are, celebrate our families, celebrate our communities, celebrate our common history. And it's a day to acknowledge our common struggles as well. I think on this day, we should also celebrate the leaders of the past, people who have, leaders of the past, I should say, people who have laid down a path for us. Whether it be politicians or people in the arts, music, sports, athletics, leaders in the community, people who don't have a title, but everyone knows that they're the leaders in their own special way at the community level. I think it's a good day to celebrate our survival. We're still here after all those years and all the things that our people have gone through, and I think that's a good reason to celebrate today. So there's much to celebrate, but there's also things that we should acknowledge. We should acknowledge that we still have lots of work to do. There's a long road ahead of us. This path that's been laid for us still needs to journey far into the future. And so we need to acknowledge that the people in our province still struggle. But we also acknowledge that we have a younger generation coming too. And we need to put faith and we need to help out our younger generation so they pick up the torch as well. And they can carry it into the future, and so that we lay down a path that goes a little bit further for those next generations to take us through to the end. So that's what I think about today, June 21st. Time to celebrate all of the good things, but also a time to acknowledge all of the things that we need to do in the future. Miigwech.